All right. We're here with Steve DeAngelis, Lester Coslow, and Dave Church from Team Pellegrino. We're with Elite Physical Therapy inside the Edge Sports Academy in Eatontown, New Jersey. They just got done with an awesome circuit designed by their conditioning coach, Sharon Wentworth. And I wonder if you guys could just tell me, each of you, what you like most about working with Sharon and being a part of Team Pellegrino. If you go first, Steve.
I love everything. The intensity. I never done strength training before. It's first time, first fight, 16 fights I've been doing it. So I really like the strength part and the cardio part. Cardio. That's what I like about it.
That's fun. How about you, Lester?
I like the fact that it's geared towards exactly what we're doing, interval training, great conditioning, and being able to work with our teammates. And Sharon's a great cardio coach.
And how about you, Dave? What do you like most about it?
I agree with my two training partners. It's the best, man. You want to be a great conditioned athlete, and this is the place to be. The cardio is incredible. I've never pushed myself to this pace before. I know these guys never. We've never trained harder. Sharon's a great coach. She pushed us to our limits, and our cardio will be through the roof come June 11th.
How is cardio so important for an MMA fight?
I think, in my opinion, you can be a great technical boxer, great jiu-jitsu guy, great wrestler. You gas out, you're done. I mean, you could be. My philosophy for right now is you have amazing cardio, push the pace on a good technical fighter, you'll win in the deeper rounds. Of course, you don't get submitted or knocked out, but a great fighter with great cardio, you're a champion, man. You push the pace, you grind them out, you take that win home.
That's what. And Lester, you just comment on being a part of Team Pellegrino. How, you're studying jiu-jitsu under Kurt Pellegrino, but it goes beyond that as a member of his MMA team.
It's just we got the best training partners in the world, just to work with one another. Kurt in the UFC, now Soto in the UFC. He brings in other guys, Kenny Florian, Miguel Torres. It's great to have these guys in the gym and just to work out with world-class athletes. There's nothing better than it.
And I know you got possibly Joe Daddy Stevenson coming up. Tell me about that, Steve. How's that going to
exciting, man. He's a great fighter. I like the way his style. It's almost similar to Kurt, good wrestling base, good hands, great submission. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Cool. And, you got Greg Soto there working out behind you. He's the first member of Team Pellegrino to be called up to the UFC. What kind of inspiration, I wonder if each of you guys can answer this question, what kind of inspiration does he give you, with all these Ring of Combat fights that you guys got coming up and other fights? How does Greg inspire you to get to the next level?
Everyone goes through the same route, Luckily enough, we all train, we train Frank, we train everyone, people that are in this fight, these smaller organizations, get to UFC, that's inspiration there. These guys started where we started, and that's what's good about Ring of Combat. These guys started in the same shows, fought the same fights we fight. Now they're, guys top the sport.
Yeah, Dave, what about that, Lester? You see, it almost seems like, Greg getting to the UFC, there's I don't know if hope's the right word. I think it's more inspiration. Is Greg like a role model for you?
Every guy on my team is a role model.
Yeah, excellent.
I'm purple belt under Kurt Pellegrino. I've been training for a while, and nobody's the best student in the school. We all learn from one another, and for Greg to be there just shows that it's possible. It just shows that we're working in the right place.
Excellent. Now this fight coming up on June 11th with Ring of Combat. You got two of your teammates right here fighting for a title. How is that an inspiration going into the fight that you got?
It's great. It's awesome. I like to see these two guys training hardcore. Me and Steve, we've really bonded the past few months as training partners, and he's close to me. And, in that cage that night, we'll all be fighting together. We're not just fighting each other. We're fighting for each other. We're fighting for the whole team. We're fighting for Kurt. We're fighting for respect. We're fighting for that name, for that W. So I'll be with these guys. They'll be with me. We're with each other every day, twice a day. Can't ask enough for better training partners. They're awesome.
Excellent. Nice. This fight that you got coming up on June 11th, Lester, this is a title fight. This is for the featherweight championship, right?
Yes.
Tell me about the guy you're fighting and how this conditioning you've got going here at Edge and Elite, how that has really kind of solidified your chances of winning this belt.
The guy's a world champion kickboxer, Tiger Showman, great stand-up guy. I've seen him fight in the past. I know I have a size difference on him. From what I understand, he's a nutritionist, and I expect him to come in shape. And it's going to be a war, but to be here, I know where my limitations are at, and I think I can push the pace and
the Nick pace.
Nick Pace, and I'm going to come out with my title. I'm winning that championship.
Excellent. That's the first step to what hopefully will be many belts for you on your way to the UFC. But Steve, now this would be your second belt. If you win this bantamweight title on June 11th, you hold the featherweight title with Battle Cage. Tell me about this process of winning these regional titles, how that is, what's required to get into the UFC.
You get these shots, tough fights help, man, but just stringing along these wins together, that's what's most important. This is my first fight at 135. I fought, 140 before, that's the lowest I ever fought, but I'm pretty excited to fight 135. I'm definitely going to, leave my mark, let everyone know who I am at 135. Me and Lester are actually fighting for tag team champions against two Tiger Showman guys.
Two Tiger Showman guys?
Yeah,
Nick Pace is a Tiger Showman guy too?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And how do you feel about, the way you've prepared for him?
I don't prepare for anyone. I train the same for everybody else. They got to prepare for me. That's how I look at it. So.
That's the same philosophy Kurt has. He's obviously taught that to you. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, how does that give you strength? How does that give you confidence?
Kurt goes always in there about winning. Lucky enough, I've been around guys like that my whole career. They stress winning, they stress, strong mentality. I think that's what I missed early in my career. I was 2-4, strung a couple wins together. I brought my record 10-6. So the mentality part was definitely what I was lacking.
Excellent. That's been built up. That's fantastic. Hey, it's great to chat with you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. I wish you all the best on June 11th. Is there anything else that you guys want to comment on?
3-0 Team Pellegrino, June 11th.
Nice. I'll be across the board.
All right, great. Thanks so much, guys. All the best.